A $10 billion AI startup just got gutted, nearly 4 terabytes of data, source code, candidate records, video interviews, even identity documents, stolen in a single breach, and the companies whose secrets were inside, OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, Amazon, and Apple. Here's exactly what happened, why it matters to your business, and what you should do about it right now. The company is Mercor. Founded in 2023, Mercor sits at the center of the AI training pipeline. It recruits specialized experts, doctors, lawyers, scientists, and connects them with major AI labs to provide the high-quality human feedback those labs need to build state-of-the-art models. Mercor facilitates over $2 million in daily payouts. It raised $350 million in its Series C last October. It is, by every measure, one of the most important vendors in the AI supply chain. And that is precisely why it became a target. Here's the attack vector, and this is the part that should concern every technical leader listening. The breach didn't start at Mercor. It started with LiteLLM, an open-source Python library used by thousands of companies to route API calls between AI models. A threat group called Team PCP compromised LiteLLM by publishing 2 poisoned versions of the package on PyPI, versions 1.82.7 and 1.82.8. The malicious code was live for roughly 40 minutes before it was detected and pulled. 40 minutes. That's all it took. According to Wiz Research, LiteLLM is present in about 36% of cloud environments, so the blast radius was enormous. Think of it this way, LiteLLM was a trusted hallway connecting thousands of buildings. Someone replaced a door lock with one that copied every key that passed through. Mercor walked through that door, and everything behind it was exposed. Once inside, the extortion group Lapsus, the same group behind previous breaches at Microsoft, Nvidia, and Okta, claimed responsibility. They say the haul includes 939 gigabytes of source code, a 21-to-1 gigabyte user database, internal Slack communications, ticketing data, and roughly 3 terabytes of video interviews and identity verification documents, passports, faces, voices, belonging to over 30,000 contractors. Security researchers have suggested a possible link between Team PCP and Lapsus, though formal collaboration hasn't been confirmed. Notably, at the time of the latest reports, the Lapsus auction listing for Mercor's data had been removed from their site, which could mean a buyer was found, or that negotiations are underway. Now let's talk about what this actually changes for you. First, if you're a company using third-party AI vendors for data labeling, training, or recruiting, you now have a live case study showing how a single compromised open-source dependency can cascade through your entire supply chain. The stolen data reportedly includes references to internal codename projects at major AI labs, Meta's chain of thought work, Amazon's Apex project with detailed rubrics, and others. This is proprietary training methodology, the playbook for how frontier models are built. If that data circulates, it represents a real competitive intelligence loss. Second, if you employ contractors through platforms like Mercor, those contractors' personal data, video interviews, identity documents, may now be on the dark web. You can reset a password. You cannot reset someone's face or voice. This creates lasting liability. Third, Meta has reportedly paused work with Mercor. Y Combinator CEO Gary Tan called this a major national security issue. That kind of language from that kind of figure signals that regulatory and investor scrutiny is about to intensify across the entire AI data supply chain. So what are the real risks and limitations here? 1. The full scope of the breach is still under investigation. Mercor hasn't confirmed the 4 terabyte figure. Some claims remain unverified, so it's important not to overstate what's proven versus what's alleged. 2. This is not unique to Mercor. Any company integrating open-source AI libraries into production is exposed to the same class of attack. 40 minutes of a poisoned package on PyPI was enough to compromise thousands of organizations. 3. There's a fundamental tension in the AI industry between speed of development and security rigor. Companies are racing to ship, and dependency auditing is often an afterthought. That trade-off just got a price tag. Here's what you should do in the next 30 days. 1. Audit your AI toolchain's open-source dependencies immediately. Specifically check whether LiteLLM or any library that routes API calls to AI providers is in your stack. If it is, verify which version you're running and whether your systems pulled the compromised packages. 2. Ask every third-party AI vendor you work with, recruiting platforms, data labeling services, model evaluation tools, whether they were affected by the light LLM compromise, and what their incident response has been. Get it in writing. 3. Implement or update your software bill of materials and SBOM for all AI-related tools in production. If you don't have one, start now. This is the only way to know what's actually running in your environment. 4. If your organization has contractors or candidates whose data pass through Mercor or similar platforms, notify them proactively and recommend credit monitoring and fraud alerts. The exposed biometric and identity data creates long-tail risk. 5. Review your dependency pinning and package verification practices. Auto-pulling the latest version of any package without integrity checks is exactly how this attack succeeded. Lock your versions, verify signatures, treat your package manager as an attack surface. The bottom line is this: a 40-minute window in a single open-source library just exposed the crown jewels of the AI industry's biggest players. Supply chain security is no longer a theoretical risk, it's the front line. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe to AI Blueprint. We cover the AI developments that actually matter for your business every week, no hype. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.